Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on February 5th, 2023 in Sri Māyāpur, India.
Bandun Langai Tegirim, Sri Gurum Dhinatharinam, Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram, Hari Om.
Continuing with Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation. Narayan's pastime as instructing spiritual master and the best of Sannyāsīs under the section Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts prasadam from his devotees. Beginning with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 10, text 52.
ভক্তগণ সহ গোবিন্দদেব ও প্রভুর স্বস্থানে প্রস্থান জল লীলা করি গোবিন্দ চলিলা আলয় নিজগণ লইয়া প্রভু গেলা দেবালয়.
After concluding his pastimes in the water, Lord Govinda returned to his residence. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the temple, taking all his devotees with him. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The deity referred to herein as Govinda is the Vijay Vigraha in the temple of Jagannath. When there is a need to take Jagannath somewhere, the Vijay Vigraha is taken because the body of Jagannath is very heavy. The Vijay Vigraha in the Jagannath temple is known as Govinda. For the pastimes in Narendra Sarovar, the Vijay Vigraha was carried there instead of Lord Jagannath.
Many deities have Vijay Vigraha.
Many deities have Vijay Vigrahas.
It's like in Māyāpur, we have a Vijay Vigraha. It's right on the back of the elephants.
Just like in Mayapur, we have Vijay Vigrahas that ride on the back of the elephants.
And they're very small.
And they're very small.
So, and Lord Jagannath temple, the deities are very big and heavy.
In Lord Jagannath temple, the deities are very big and heavy.
And it's not possible to carry them around.
And it's not possible to carry them around.
So for this Nārāyaṇa boat festival,
So for this Narendra Sarovar boat festival,
and have this small Vijay Vigraha of the deity.
they have a small Vijay Vigraha of the deity.
And he would perform this boat festival.
And he would perform this boat festival.
Just like in Māyāpur, also we take the Radha Madhav deity, Ashtadanta deity, instead of the normal deity in our boat festival.
Just like in Mayapur, we take the Chota Radha Madhav deity on our boat festival instead of the big deity.
Of this, different deities are used for different purposes.
Like this, different deities are used for different purposes.
And Nārāyaṇa, a smaller deity is used
On Julian Yatra, a smaller deity is used
to observe this swing festival.
to observe the swing festival.
Like this, they had a Utsamurti, a festival deity, to observe the boat festivities.
So like this, they had a Utsav Murti, a festival Murti to observe the boat festival.
His name was Sri Govinda.
And his name was Sri Govinda. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antyakand, chapter 8, text 142.
ভক্তগণকে লইয়া শ্রী জগন্নাথ দর্শনার্থ মহাপ্রভুর শ্রী মন্দিরে গমন। তবে প্রভু জল ক্রীড়া সম্পন্ন করিয়া জগন্নাথ দেখিতে চলিলা সভা লইয়া।
After finishing his water sports, Lord Chaitanya went with his devotees to see Lord Jagannath.
In the temple.
In the temple. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antyakand, chapter 8, text 143.
জগন্নাথ দর্শনে প্রভু ও ভক্তগণের আনন্দ ক্রন্দন। জগন্নাথ দেখি প্রভু সর্বভক্তগণ লাগিলা করিতে সবে আনন্দের উদয়।
The Lord Chaitanya
And his devotees.
and his devotees
All began to cry and loving ecstasy.
all began to cry and chant in loving ecstasy
On seeing Lord Jagannath.
on seeing Lord Jagannath. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antyakanda, chapter 8, text 144.
জগন্নাথ দেখি প্রভু হয়েন বিহল আনন্দ ধারা তিতিল সকল।
On seeing Lord Jagannath,
On seeing Lord Jagannath,
Lord Chaitanya became overwhelmed,
Lord Chaitanya became overwhelmed,
and his whole body became soaked
and his whole body became soaked
with tears of loving ecstasy.
with tears of loving ecstasy. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antyakand, chapter 8, text 145.
অদ্বৈতাদি ভক্ত গোষ্ঠী দেখেন সন্তোষে কেবল আনন্দ সিন্ধু মধ্যে সবে বাসে।
Acharya and all the devotees in his group
Advaita Acharya and all the devotees in his group
looked on with great satisfaction.
looked on with great satisfaction.
Everyone floated in the ocean of transcendental bliss.
And everyone floated in the ocean of transcendental bliss. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antyakand, chapter 8, text 146.
ভক্ত গোষ্ঠীর সচল ও নিশ্চল জগন্নাথ দর্শনে প্রণতি। দুই দিকে সচল নিশ্চল জগন্নাথ দেখি দেখি ভক্ত গোষ্ঠী হয় দণ্ডপাত।
In the two directions with the moving and non-moving Lord of the universe, Lord Jagannath.
In two directions, there was the moving and non-moving Lord of the universe, Lord Jagannath.
Seeing this,
Seeing this,
again and
again and again,
the assembled devotees
the assembled devotees
fell flat offering their obeisances.
fell flat, offering their obeisances.
The moving, non-moving Lord Jagannath as a deity form of Jagannath Baladev.
The non-moving form of Lord Deity is the form of Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and Sudarshan Chakra.
A moving form was Lord Chaitanya,
The moving form was Lord Chaitanya,
and the devotees were watching both,
and the devotees were watching both,
and they felt great loving sentiments and offered their prostrate obeisances.
and And they felt great loving sentiments and offered their prostrate obeisances. Gauranga. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakand, chapter 8, text 147.
কাশী মিশ্র কর্তৃক জগন্নাথের গলার মালা দ্বারা সকলের অঙ্গভূষা সাধন। কাশী মিশ্র আনি জগন্নাথের গলার মালা আনি অঙ্গভূষা কইলেন সবার।
Kartinesa then brought Lord Jagannath's Prasada garlands
Kashi Mishra then brought Lord Jagannath's Prashadam garlands
from Lord Jagannath's
from Lord Jagannath's neck, from Lord Jagannath's neck.
Meanwhile, he then all of them and all the assembled devotees and decorated their bodies.
Bringing the mala, he then offered them to all the assembled devotees and decorated their bodies.
And these activities are accepted by the devotees as being inspired by Lord Jagannath.
So these activities are accepted by the devotees as being inspired by Lord Jagannath.
That the human deities, the sun goddess, placing them on the body of the assembled devotees.
That taking the deities' prashadam garlands and placing them on the bodies of the assembled devotees
Was considered as a special mercy.
was considered as special mercy. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakand, chapter 8, text 148.
শিক্ষাগুরু মহাপ্রভুর মহাভক্তি সহকারে প্রসাদ নির্মাল্য গ্রহণ লীলা দ্বারা লোক শিক্ষা। মালালয় প্রভু ভক্তি করি শিক্ষা গুরু নারায়ণ নেশি ভেষধারী।
Lord Chaitanya accepted the garland persona of Lord Jagannath
Lord Chaitanya accepted the garland prashadam of Lord Jagannath
with great reverence and devotion.
with great reverence and devotion.
He was acting as the original Śikṣā-guru
He was acting as the original Śikṣā-guru,
and protecting spiritual life.
instructing spiritual master.
Nārayaṇa in the form addressed as a Sannyāsī.
Nārayaṇa in the form dressed as a sannyasi. Purport by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. For a sannyasi, there is no prescription for accepting objects of enjoyment like sandalwood paste or scented oils. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dev accepted the garland of Sri Jagannath with great respect to display an attitude of service and to preach in this world the purport of the verse. When persons eager to achieve liberation renounce things related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking them to be material, their renunciation is called incomplete.
So, taking a garland that hasn't been offered to Krishna may be a display of sense gratification.
So taking a garland that hasn't been offered to Krishna may be a display of sense gratification.
But Lord Chaitanya, by showing his devotion and respect,
But Lord Chaitanya, by showing his devotion and respect
to Lord Jagannath,
to Lord Jagannath,
by teaching everyone that all things connected to the Lord are accepted in his service.
he was teaching everyone that all things connected with the Lord may be accepted in his service.
Overall, Prabhu will always take the Pastime garlands which have been offered to Lord Krishna.
Uddhava Prabhu would always take the prashadam garlands which have been offered to Lord Krishna. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikhan, chapter 8, text 149.
বৈষ্ণব তুলসী গঙ্গা প্রসাদের ভক্তি শিক্ষাদান বৈষ্ণব তুলসী গঙ্গা প্রসাদের ভক্তি দেহ সে জানেন অন্যে না ধরে সে শক্তি
Only Lord Chaitanya knows the glories of the Vaishnavas, Tulsi, the Ganga, and Mahaprasad. No one else has the ability to know. Sri Mahaprabhu alone knows how to respect the Vaishnav devotees, Tulsi, Ganga, and the Lord's Prasad. Apart from Sri Mahaprabhu, others consider those objects equal to ordinary objects.
So people without spiritual understanding might consider these objects to be ordinary material items.
So people without spiritual understanding might consider these objects to be ordinary material items.
Our Lord Chaitanya is teaching how we should respect the Vaishnavas, the Ganges, Tulsi, and Krishna Prasada.
But Lord Chaitanya is teaching how we should respect the Vaishnavas, Tulsi, the Ganges, and Krishna Prasadam.
Everything connected with Krishna is transcendental.
That everything connected with Krishna is transcendental.
Shiva told Parvati how worship of Krishna is the best.
Lord,
Vishnu is the best.
Lord Shiva told Parvati how worship of Lord Vishnu is the best,
With one exception.
with one exception.
Worshiping all the things connected to Vishnu is even better.
Worshipping all the things connected with Vishnu is even better. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikhan, chapter 8, text 150.
বৈষ্ণবে ভক্তি প্রদর্শন লীলা দ্বারা লোক শিক্ষা বৈষ্ণবের ভক্তি এই দেখান সাক্ষাৎ মাশ্রমী বৈষ্ণবের করে দণ্ডপাত
Lord Chaitanya demonstrated proper Vaishnava behavior
Lord Chaitanya demonstrated proper Vaishnav behavior
by his own example,
by his own example,
by offering respect to other Vaishnavas,
by offering respect to other Vaishnavas,
and by offering them prostrate obeisances.
and by offering them prostrate obeisances. Purport by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Among the four ashrams, the Sannyāsī ashram is the topmost. Although he was situated in the Sannyāsī ashram, Sri Gaurasundar displayed the pastime of offering obeisances to Vaishnavas situated in other ashrams. If even a young boy is situated in the Sannyāsī ashram, he is offered obeisances by his father and mother. Although a father is supposed to be always respected by his son, after the son takes sannyas, the father must offer respect to his sannyasi son.
A sannyasi goes through the system leaving his previous ashram and accepting a sannyas ashram.
A sannyasi goes through the system of leaving his previous ashram and accepting the sannyas ashram.
That's why when a sannyasi refers to his parents, he says, my previous ashram parents.
That's why when a sannyasi refers to his parents, he refers to them as my previous ashram parents.
Purva ashram pitama.
Purva ashram pitama.
Lord Chaitanya was teaching how to respect Vaishnava.
Lord Chaitanya was teaching how to respect Vaishnavas.
He is showing his example.
He's showing his example.
Actually, as Krishna, he doesn't have to offer respect to anyone.
Actually, as Krishna, he doesn't have to offer respect to anyone.
Since he's giving instructions by his behavior then he does things in such a way that people should follow him.
But since he's giving instructions by his behavior, then he does things in such a way that people should follow him. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antikan, chapter 8, text 151.
সন্ন্যাসীর সম্মান পিতারও সন্ন্যাস আশ্রমী পুত্রকে নমস্কার সন্ন্যাস গ্রহণ কইলে হেন ধর্ম তার পিতা আসি পুত্রেরে করেন নমস্কার.
Religious principles prescribe that a father should offer respect to his son after the son accepts sannyas.
So, since the sannyas ashram is considered the best of all the ashrams,
Since the sannyas ashram is considered the best of all the ashrams,
therefore, the father being in the grihastha ashram and offer respect to his son was now a sannyasi.
therefore a father who is in the grihastha ashram can now offer respect to his son who has become a sannyasi. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antikan, chapter 8, text 152.
সন্ন্যাসী সকলেরই পূজিত বন্দিত ও নমস্কৃত অতএব সন্ন্যাস আশ্রম সবার বন্দিত সন্ন্যাসী সন্ন্যাসী নমস্কার সে বিহিত.
Therefore, the sannyas order is to be respected by all. It is prescribed that a sannyasi should offer obeisances to other sannyasis.
I asked the Prabhupada when I was in the USA, that what if I meet a Māyāpur Sannyāsī? What should I do?
I asked Srila Prabhupada while I was in the USA, what if I meet a Mayavadi sannyasi? What should I do?
He said, well, a sannyasi had always been offered respect.
He said a sannyasi should always be offered respect. Purport, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. The Smritis have prescribed the atonement for not offering obeisances to a sannyasi as
Wow.
follows. This is a verse. One who does not offer respect to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to his deity in the temple, or to a Tridandi sannyasi must purify himself by fasting.
Wow.
In his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, text 2, Sri Madhvacharya quotes the Naradiya Purana as follows. The fourth spiritual order is sannyas, in which one renounces all kinds of activities. There is no superior religious principle in the world than this. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antikan, chapter 8, text 1.
I thought taking sannyas is considered as a Mahavrata.
So taking sannyas is considered as a Mahavrata.
And he's offered all respect.
So he is offered all respect.
If one cannot maintain the laws of sannyas, then he should not be in a sannyas ashram.
If one cannot maintain the vows of sannyas, then he shouldn't be in the sannyas ashram. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antikan, chapter 8, text 153.
সর্ব নমস্কৃত সন্ন্যাস আশ্রমের ব্যবহার উল্লঙ্ঘন করিয়াও শিক্ষাগুরু ভগবানের বৈষ্ণবের প্রতি প্রণতি লীলা তথাপি আশ্রম ধর্ম ছাড়ি বৈষ্ণবেরে শিক্ষাগুরু শ্রীকৃষ্ণ আপনে নমস্কারে.
Still, Lord Sri Krishna
Still the Lord Sri Krishna,
was Śikṣā-guru,
who is Śikṣā-guru,
rejected ashram dharma,
rejected ashram dharma
to offer obeisances to personally offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas.
to personally offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas. Purport by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Persons situated in the topmost ashram generally show affection to persons situated in lower ashrams. They do not offer them obeisances. But Śikṣā-guru Sri Krishna personally offers obeisances to a Vaishnava.
A Vaishnava is considered superior even to any varnashram position.
A Vaishnava is considered superior even to any varnashram position.
This is said by the Shastra.
This is said by the Shastra.
Actually, I could be a Brahmin, by expert in chanting all the mantras, but he is not a Vaishnava. And even a person born in a dog-eating family, if he's a pure Vaishnava, he's already all respect.
Now, a person can be born in a Brahmin family, can be very expert in chanting all of the mantras. But if he's not a Vaishnava, then a person born in a dog-eating family is the one who should be offered all respect.
And a Brahmin who's not a Vaishnava, he cannot be a guru. But a person born in a dog-eating family, if he's a Vaishnava, he can be a guru.
The Brahmana who is not a Vaishnava, he cannot be a guru. But the dog-eating person who is not a Brahmana, if he is a Vaishnava, then he can be a guru. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila, chapter 10, text 53.
জগন্নাথ দর্শন অন্তে ভক্তগণের ভোজন সম্পাদন পূর্বক স্বস্থানে প্রেরণ। জগন্নাথ দেখি পুনঃ নিজ ঘরে আইলা, প্রসাদ আনাইয়া ভক্ত গণে খাওয়াইলা।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to his residence after visiting the temple of Jagannath, he asked for a large quantity of Lord Jagannath prasadam, which he then distributed among his devotees so that they could eat sumptuously.
At the end of every function, it's customary to distribute prasadam.
At the end of every function, it's customary to distribute prasadam.
Lord Chaitanya personally did this, giving Jagannath Prasad to all his devotees.
Lord Chaitanya personally did this, giving Jagannath Prasad to all his devotees. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila, chapter 10, text 54.
ইষ্ট গোষ্ঠী সভা লইয়া কতক্ষণ কইলা, নিজ নিজ পূর্ব বাসায় সবাই পাঠাইলা।
After talking with all the devotees for some time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked them to occupy the individual residences in which they had lived in the previous year.
The devotees had come, and by a good fortune, as they arrived, they saw Lord Chaitanya and his devotees on Puri.
The devotees had come, and by their good fortune, they had seen Lord Chaitanya and his devotees from Puri.
And they engaged in the water sports.
And they engaged in the water sports.
They watched the pastime of Sri Govinda
They watched the pastime of Sri Govinda
going around the boat
going around in the boat
and Nārāyaṇa Sarovar.
in Narendra Sarovar.
They went to see Lord Jagannath,
They went to see Lord Jagannath,
and they returned, and they followed Lord Chaitanya to his residence.
and then they followed Lord Chaitanya to his residence.
And then they all had Jagannath Prasada.
And then they all had Jagannath Prasadam.
But they had not settled in their residence.
But they had not settled in their residences.
All this happened just on their arrival.
All this happened just in their arrival.
Wow.
Wow.
So then Lord Chaitanya told them to stay in the houses that they were staying in the previous year.
So then Lord Chaitanya told them to stay in the houses that they were staying in the previous year. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela, chapter 10, text 55.
রাঘব কর্তৃক গোবিন্দ সমীপে স্বীয় ঝালি রক্ষণ গোবিন্দ ঠাই রাঘব ঝালি সমর পিলা ভোজন গৃহের কোণে ঝালি রাখিলা
Raghav Pandit delivered the bags of eatables to Govinda, who kept them in a corner of the dining room. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela.
Govinda was the personal servant of Lord Chaitanya.
So Govinda was the personal servant of Lord Chaitanya.
Raghuva put his jollies, his bags of edibles, to Govinda Das.
And Raghava brought his jollies, his bags of eatables, to Govinda Das,
Who kept them in the dining room.
who kept them in the dining room. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela, chapter 10, text 56.
পূর্ব বৎসরের ঝালি আজার করিয়া দ্রব্য ভরিবারে রাখে অন্য গৃহে লইয়া
Govinda thoroughly emptied the bags from the previous year and kept them in another room to fill them with other goods.
And some of the ingredients of our jelly would last 1 year or more.
Some of the ingredients from Raghav's jollies would last 1 year or more.
But anything that was left from the previous year, he took that, Govinda took that and emptied out.
Anything that was left from the previous year, Govinda took that and put it out. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya-khand, chapter 8, text 154.
শ্রী গৌর সুন্দরের অকৃত্রিম তুলসী সেবন লীলা তুলসীর ভক্তি এবে শোনো মন দিয়া যে রূপে কইলেন লীলা তুলসী লইয়া
Now hear attentively the pastime of how Lord Chaitanya exhibited devotion for Tulsi. Thus ends
Oh, and that pastime will be how the great devotee and the platform, Tulsi Devi,
the next pastime will be how the great devotee in plant form, Tulsi Devi,
being worshipped by Lord Chaitanya.
is being worshipped by Lord Chaitanya. Thus ends the chapter entitled Narayan's Pastime as Instructing Spiritual Master and the Best of Sannyāsīs. Under the section, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts prasadam from his devotees.
Srila Prabhupada books.
It's very important that devotees read Srila Prabhupada's books.
Prabhupada is our founder Acharya.
Prabhupada is our founder Acharya.
Acharya means he actually realized the truth of the scripture
Acharya means he actually realized the truth of the scripture.
and he shows by his example
And he shows by his example.
and he teaches according to the Shastra.
And he teaches according to the Shastra.
So Prabhupada is our founder Acharya,
So Prabhupada is our founder Acharya.
and therefore we should be very dedicated to reading his books.
And therefore we should be very dedicated to reading his books.
And the proof that I've read the books is that we have a Shastric degree.
And the proof that we have read the books is that we have the Shastric degree.
That we understood the teachings of the book is verified by a Shastric degree.
That we've understood the teachings of the books is verified by a Shastric degree.
Actually, I follow out establishing the 4 degrees.
By Prabhupada establishing the 4 degrees,
He want to use this as a common method to study his books.
He wanted to use this as a common method to study his books.
And also, like, there are many letters where he said that those who get the second initiation should first have the Bhakti Shastra degree.
And also there are many letters where he said those that get second initiation should have the Bhakti Shastri degree.
And he was saying that different devotees didn't show the knowledge of the scripture, although they were Brahmins.
So he was saying that different devotees didn't show knowledge of the scriptures, although they were Brahmins.
And therefore, he was requesting that those who want to get the second initiation should have Bhakti Shastri.
Therefore, he was requesting that those that go on to get second initiation should have Bhakti Shastri.
And those who take sannyas should have the Bhakti Vaibhav degree.
And those who take sannyas should have the Bhakti Vaibhav degree.
Then he also wrote a letter and said of those who are eligible to initiate, they should have the Bhakti Vedanta degree.
He also, in one letter, said that those who go on to initiate should have the Bhakti Vedanta degree.
But in the Bhakti Vedanta degree, in 1969, he said that they should have studied all the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
But for the Bhaktivedanta degree in 1969, he said they should have studied all of the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
So only the degrees are divided out in a different way.
So apparently the degrees are divided up in a different way.
And that the teachings of Lord Chaitanya on the fourth degree, Bhakti Sarvabhauma.
And the teachings of Lord Chaitanya are the fourth degree, Bhakti Sarvabhauma.
But this degree is not yet prevalent in ISKCON.
But this degree is not yet prevalent in ISKCON.
So although Prabhupada, he wanted his books to be studied, degrees to be obtained, we're not been very active in this yet.
So although Prabhupada wanted these 4 study degrees to be obtained, we've not been very active in this yet.
And in the future, if devotees read all our books, get these degrees, and then the assure us in the future generations that people will have the correct spiritual understanding.
In the future, if people study and get these degrees, it will ensure in the future generations that people have the correct spiritual understanding.
We don't want people to be so-called Krishna conscious and not know the philosophy.
We don't want people to be so-called Krishna consciousness and not know the philosophy.
So it's very important that the future is not we establish this system.
So it's very important that people take advantage. We have established this system.
By reading Prabhupada's books,
For reading Srila Prabhupada's books,
Bhagavad Gita,
Bhagavad Gita,
Srimad Bhagavatam,
Srimad Bhagavatam,
Chaitanya Charitamrita,
Chaitanya
and
Charitamrita,
other books.
and other books.
So this will ensure that the correct philosophy is maintained throughout the generations.
So this will ensure that the correct philosophy is maintained throughout the generations.
And so I was offered a honorary degree,
So I was offered an honorary degree,
but I didn't accept it.
but I didn't accept it.
I wanted to read the books again and go through the testing.
I wanted to read the books again and go through the testing. Haribol.
By having read the books, every time I must have read the books 6 or 10 times.
I must have read the book 6 to 10 times.
Every time I read, I get no inspiration, no realization.
But every time I read, I get new inspiration, new realization.
Now I spend every day reading 1 or 2 chapters of Bhagavatam,
I spend every day reading 1 or 2 chapters from Bhagavatam.
and then before I go to sleep.
And
And then in the morning, I listen to Prabhupada's tapes.
that's before I go to sleep. Then in the morning, I read Prabhupada's tapes,
I'm not counting the classes and other things,
not counting the classes and other things,
which are all reading.
which are all reading.
So I think it's very important
So I think it's very important
that our DDCs, our gurus, our Sannyāsīs, our Brahmanas should have these degrees.
that our GBCs, our gurus, our sannyāsīs, our brahmanas, they should have these degrees.
Not a matter of sentiment,
It's not a matter of sentiment.
a matter of proper knowledge.
It's a matter of proper knowledge.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I'm very happy to be able to read Prabhupada's books again and again.
I'm very happy to be able to read Prabhupada's books again and again.
Someone said, what about people who are illiterate?
Someone said, what about people who are illiterate?
And now we have this audio book,
But now we have these audiobooks.
and they can listen to the book even if they don't know how to read.
They can listen to the book, even if they don't know how to read.
They should know the tattva,
They should know the tattva.
to know the spiritual truths.
They should know the spiritual truths.
So please read about books,
But please read Prabhupada's book
dive into the ocean of nectar.
and dive into the ocean of nectar.
Haribo.
Haribo.
So it can be done.
Assume it can be done. Jai.
I heard from Chaitanya Chan that in Russia they have 500 people saying Bhakti Shastra, 200 people that say Bhakti Vaibhav, and 50 people studying Bhakti Vedanta.
I heard from Chaitanya Chandra Charan Prabhu that in Russia they have 500 people studying Bhakti Shastri. They have 200 people studying Bhakti Vaibhav and 50 people studying Bhakti Vedanta.
And I always saw how Prabhupada would stay up every night translating the book.
I also saw how Prabhupada would stay up every night translating the books.
Is that for you?
He did it for you.
Are you going to associate with Prabhupada?
Are you going to associate with Prabhupada?
Read the book.
Read his books.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.